everyone, and welcome to episode number 56 of a Chronicles of Tyria podcast, Guild Wars 2 podcast for fans, by fans. This week's show, I was confused, but now I know what we're doing, so we're going to be giving you a little bit of a preview of the Queen's Jubilee and some updates on what's going on here at CoT. Yes, some things have changed since the last time we gave you an update. So I am here with Naveen and the always lovely to have Alcardelina.
Hello!
Hi.
Welcome, ladies.
Hi, Alec.
Hello.
So yeah, it's oh my god, I'm getting the chats blowing up. I can't keep up, and I have this stupid new Twitch view, and it won't let me change it back to the old view, and I don't like it.
Oh no! Why Twitch? Why?
They make it stuck in the new version. I don't like it. Don't they know that I don't like it, so that they should change it?
Yeah, I know, right? I don't like it either, but I don't think they care.
Oh,
No.
they were giving you an option for a while.
Yeah, which I having an option to choose which version.
Oh.
I wonder if I change it to Chronicles of Tyria /old, if it'll change it back.
Ah, sneaky sneak.
Uh-huh. Alright, so, as you can see, obviously, we're not joined with Kaysee here. We have Alcardelina here with us, which is always a pleasure.
Yes.
So, I guess maybe we start off and let them know about what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
So, heads up to those of you out there. Kaysee has some in-real-life stuff going on. I know it feels like we say this almost every other week. But, like, for realsies this time.
Yeah.
So she's pretty much leaving, I guess quitting would be the right word, everything except for, like, CoT and the guild. But, like, writing, anything to do with us here on the podcast, any of that stuff, she is not. She's got to focus on the stuff she's got going on in real life, and unfortunately that's the case, and we're going to be without her for the foreseeable future. So as far as, we will still be putting out content, we'll still be doing lore shows and things. Lore bites are kind of limbo bites for the time being.
I'm sorry.
When I figure out what's going on with that. As far as hosts here on the show, me and Naveen, and the third host could be a rotator, switching in and out. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
You never know.
I'd like to point out to everyone who are listening and who are in the chat room saying, oh my god, I hope she's okay. She's fine. She is not injured. She won't die or anything. It's just that she has in real life stuff that she has to deal with. And she is doing a lot for the podcast and a lot for the writing on chroniclesoftyria.com. She's editing and she's doing her own story and all that. And so all this is really messing with the stuff she has to deal with in real life. So she's fine, but she has, unfortunately, to quit whatever she's doing here. So, it's sad.
Yeah.
My crying face is in the prettiest face, but yeah.
It's alright.
Sucks to be you guys, though, because I still get to talk to her and you don't. That's mean. What was that? That was Power Rangers.
That's Sean's ringtone. They're very excited for your ringtone. Right, so, I guess I'll start off quick just to give you guys an update. I realize it's the end of the month and I should be doing the drawing for the participation, but I'm still going back and we're still making sure we gather all of the correct information. We're missing a bunch of dates, and a lot of that's on me, but there is a couple from our Dub Sundays that are missing and stuff. So I want to make sure we have all of the data correctly calculated before I go and announce anything. So bear with me. If I don't do like a special update just to announce it before next week's show, I'll do it on next week's show. Just to put that out there. Alright, second up, question of the week from last week. We had, it was, what cosplay idea inside the game, what ideas could you all come up with? We received 2 responses, and one is on YouTube, so let me grab that. Which is not as quick as I had hoped. But
Nothing's really quick on your side today, huh?
No,
Sucks.
I'm not with it today. Well, so one is from Citrus Robot, who's here. I saw him in the chat before.
Yep.
And his idea was ponies. He said, now I know that not everyone is part of the herd, but by now most people around the internet must know of the main six and the show. Each could be a human, maybe Sylvari for Fluttershy, as she is a tree, and they could all have that profession that matches their personality. Twilight Sparkle as an elementalist, Friendship is magic, Rainbow Dash as warrior, the profession would get 20% cooler. Fluttershy as a necromancer, which I think is an interesting choice. Taking care of all the little bone minions. Pinkie Pie as a thief who needs a party cannon when you have a quip. Rarity as a mesmer, it's all about the presentation. And Applejack as a ranger with her trusty hound. With the main six, it shouldn't be hard to have others become background ponies like DJ Pone3 or Dr. Hooves. And maybe with a group of people and one of the empty towns outside of Divinity's Reach, you can make Ponyville once a month.
People
Anyway,
are
that's
really
fun.
liking it.
Anyway, that's my idea. Love the show, so keep it up. P.S. Rarity is best pony. Can't necessarily... Relax.
This is not a brony cast. This is not a brony cast.
You're the only one that's not on the cast right now.
I know. Sorry.
Very sad.
Come on. I just can't get into it, okay? I watch enough cartoons as it is with my son, and I just... No time.
The other one was from Lord Junal, who said you could get 2 naked Asura males with white skin color and have Pinky in the brain. I think I would give them both 2 gold for that. And actually, unfortunately, we'll be right back. So I'm going to let Naveen take over. How about that?
Aw, man. Why do we have to be right back? Okay, so since I have no idea what Lagwyn's doing right now, I'm going to talk a little bit about Chronicles of Tyria, because there's going to be some changes on the website. Alucard and Lena here with me are both writers on the website. For those who don't know what the website's about, it's fanfiction Chronicles of Tyria, and that's how actually the community started. And next week, I'll be releasing a post on the website asking for more fanfiction writers, more editors, and news segment writers. So if you're very good at this, you know, if writing is your thing, and or you don't want to write but you love editing, well, you'll be able to contact us and be part of the team, chroniclesoftyria.com. Because we really want to bring in new content to the website, and you know, right now it's been going a little bit slowly, but again, because you know, Kaysee was our primary editor, and you know, she's been busy with life, and yeah, so it's going to be more than just one person taking care of this, and the site will become much more active. Other than that, Alucard and Lena, you could talk about Project Tyria in the meantime. What's going on with Project Tyria?
Well, first off, I want to add that I want to see a lot of the people who have posted in the forums for fanfiction.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see them apply to become writers for the site, because most of them, all of them, are really good.
Oh yeah,
So,
that's very true.
I'd like to see more from the forums come onto the site. So, but as far as Project Tyria goes, I am currently working on my map series, which I'm basically going through and adding all the points of interest on the map, and then detailing that with pictures underneath, before and after pictures from both games. And I went back and revisited Ascalon for like the 50 millionth time again. And the map I had previously is a little outdated, and now it has like 600,000 points of interest on it now, so...
600,000?
Yes, that's the literal number, obviously. But I have a lot of point of interest on there, and I had to go through and take a bunch of pictures, and I've been working on that since yesterday morning. So it's been pretty fun.
Wow.
And you can expect to see like maybe 20 plus pictures of Ashford,
Okay.
Ascalon, Plains of Ashford,
Yep.
coming up probably this weekend.
Wow. That takes a lot of your time, though, doesn't it? Like, because you actually have to compare both. Do you print them out and compare, or do you just look at it on your screen and do that?
I actually take Photoshop and put for Ascalon I go pre-searing map, underneath that is post-searing, and underneath that is Guild Wars 2.
Wow.
And for Ascalon it's actually really easy because you can judge it based on the bridge going to Ascalon Academy.
Mm-hmm.
And then the shape becomes similar from there.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can tell what's on the rest of the map and where it's supposed to be.
Oh, wow. Wow. For those who don't know, because we've been talking about Project Tyria, but it's projecttyria.blogspot.com, that's right?
Right.
Right. And you've been doing that for a year now, haven't you?
It probably has been a year.
Yeah? You haven't kept up with the date?
I have not.
Oh.
I was more concerned with CoT's
Yeah.
year.
Mm.
So.
But, yeah, I remember seeing these... Did you start... Yeah, I think you started during the beta, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it has
It
been.
was originally on my personal blog, and then I got too many views from that and decided, I'll name it Project Tyria and run with it and create a blog.
Oh, I didn't even know you started it with a blog. And you probably mentioned that on the interview we had with you months ago, and I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
That's fine.
Look who's back.
Yay! Here comes Lagwyn to save the day.
And
We were
I'm
talking
back.
about Project Tyria and all the updates that she's been doing on the website. So,
Awesome.
Yep.
I haven't checked it out, admittedly, in a little while.
You
But
should.
I will. I feel bad, because now I talk to you every day. Before, I could be like, oh, I'll talk to her when she pops on. But now I talk to you almost every day. Now I feel bad. I feel bad live on the internet for all of you guys.
Aw.
Don't feel bad.
Did you happen to cover that one Anarium person sent us a mail? Did you see that?
Nope.
I missed it too. It didn't come through my forward normally, but I went and grabbed it through my CoT mail.
Huh.
This person said, hello, real simple email. I've spent 6+ months on this. It's how to fix PvE in Guild Wars 2. I'm going to post the link in the chat, and I'll post the link in the description, because it's actually pretty lengthy and coming up with brand new ideas how to solve things by adding new stuff and adding new UI adjustments and stuff like that. So it's a Google Doc. It's attached in the mail there, or in the chat there now. So there you guys go. So thank you, Anarium. We greatly appreciate it. It looks like you have some really good ideas in there. I especially like the idea that you had in there for your counter attack. It looks like there's not a lot there, but each one of the links within that document links you to a whole nother document with a full-blown everything written out in there. So definitely check it out.
Improving the reward
Wow.
system? What?
Yeah, click it. There's a lot of stuff there.
Oh my goodness, he wrote all that?
Yes, he said he's been working on it for 6 months. Or she. I'm sorry if it's a she. So, guys, check this out. Really good stuff.
Huh.
Let us know in the comments or in an email what you think about this, and then we'll make sure we pass that information on to them, and we'll do our best to try to get this kicked up to ArenaNet as best we can, because there's a lot of really useful stuff here.
Mm-hmm.
So, there you go.
Awesome.
Thank you for that.
Yes.
Alright. Let's talk shoutouts. Naveen. I know you've got a couple.
Well, I just have a couple of shoutouts. How come I hear feedback? Is that your mic? I can hear myself. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's Lag's mic. I think you're listening to... You have high volume.
I have no volume.
You have no volume? So
No,
how do
I
you
have-
hear me?
I hear you in here, but I don't have my speakers playing or the stream playing,
Oh.
so I can only hear you in my headphones.
Yeah, but is your volume up?
No.
Okay.
How could How could my headphones transmit through my mic?
I don't know. Your mic is close to your headphones. I don't know. Okay, anyways. I'm sorry, people who are listening and hearing my voice, so whatever. I had 3 shout-outs, basically. It's for people who are in the guild. Jalinar, Jolinar, and Tully, who we've met for the very first time 2 days ago. And they spent, we had a barbecue at my place, and we went to the movies, we saw Wolverine, and it was awesome, and then we did guild mission at home, and it was awesome. Anyways, it was cool to meet, like, guildies in real life for the first time, so I wanted to shout out like that. And not to mention that Tully's from the Netherlands, and he was visiting Jolinar, so he came from a very far away place. But hey, yeah, shout out. That's it. I don't have any more shout outs because I haven't been in game much.
Alright, Claire, how about you?
I'd actually like to shout out to the 2 invaders that actually cheered me through Obsidian Sanctum yesterday. It was a Blackgate invader and a Sanctum of Raw invader, and one of them was from the Void Guild. That's the only guild name I remember, but one of our commanders was saying that we were being camped, and I went through as Kiffy, and they helped me through by cheering me on, because when I'd fall, they'd like cry, and then when I would get up someplace, they'd cheer up. And so it was really fun, and they didn't attack me, so.
Shout out to them.
Yep.
I'm not going to start this argument right now, because I'll let the Twitch argument go, because I'll be too focused on that and not focused on the podcast.
Yeah, there's an adamantium, not breakable conversation going in the chat room right now for those who are listening on iTunes. I'd like to mention that Tully said, but the adamantium was heated up by the sword when it was... no spoilers! I can't... spoilers! No, I can't. I can't. Sorry.
Also, without giving any spoilers, there's no way you could heat something up that hot and still keep the structural integrity without it falling apart and turning into slag. But, let's keep moving on. I just want to let you guys know... We originally had an interview planned for tonight, which we're actually going to be doing next week.
Yeah. So,
most of the stuff we had originally planned for today is going to be saved for next week. But we do have stuff for you today. So,
yay,
just
stuff.
to let you know. I didn't, again, because I didn't have time to go digging through the mines of data, because I thought we were going to be doing an interview. So I didn't do that. But you know what? Next week we'll have more data mine information for you. But when the new patch comes out, we'll get a whole new set of data mined information. So, Naveen, you put something in here, and I totally didn't see that till just now. So would you like to discuss that?
Yes. Wait, where is it? Okay. I was going through the forums, the Guild Wars 2 forums, mind you, not our forums or anything. When I saw... Wait, where is it? There. I usually go through the dev tracker to see what they commented on which thread. And then I saw this one thing. The title said, "Living World Makes Me Sad." And it got replied by... Oops, sorry. Let me silence my phone there. It got replied to by Bobby Stein. And he said, "I can empathize..." Because... let me explain first. Because... You know how I've always said, well, Living Story is always cool, but there's updates every 2 weeks, but then, you know, I don't always have time to play, and then it was making me mad, and anyways. So he said, "I can empathize with having a busy life and not always being able to fit my gaming schedule in between work, home life, and social commitments. Your comments are not lost on us. We're exploring some ideas for the future, including a system that would allow certain bits of Living World content to be accessed independent of the release. plans and designs have not been solidified yet, so I want to temper your expectations. If you have any opinions on the matter, feel free to let us know. We're already looking at ways to leave some living world content behind to evolve Tyria and improve the game. This would be one element of it, should we decide to build such a feature. And then I remember last week we had talked about, I think it's actually Kaysee that said, how it was difficult to locate where you were supposed to go through the living story because there's no, there's some guides, but I mean, unless you are constantly on Dolphy.net, you don't necessarily know what you have to do unless you look at your achievement list. Anyways, so it's not really clear sometimes. So he said on that matter, thank you for all the constructive feedback. We're currently working on a system that will better direct players to and through the living world content, since that's the biggest challenge we're faced when trying to present a linear narrative inside a non-linear environment. It should be online late this year. So our playtime will be a little bit better, clearer, so we'll have clear instruction on what to do with the living world, and possibly we'll be able to relive whatever happened.
It's morphin' time. I'm sorry, continue. Was that it?
That's it.
That's awesome.
Yep.
I can't really complain myself because I usually do get a decent amount of time in the game to at least experience the living story for what it is as it's happening, which we might get to a little piece about that in a little while. But for people that can't, that's amazing. And I'm glad, and they really do listen, guys. They do.
Yeah, they do.
That's huge.
They listen to hundreds of thousands of people. So, I mean, don't be surprised if they don't listen to you particularly.
Mm-hmm.
They have a lot to go through.
Yeah, and I mean, they're working hard. They are putting out content every 2 weeks.
Yeah. Why? But now if it's that simpler and that we'll be able to, not be super missing out. I'm trying to make sentences. It's not working.
It's all good. We got you.
Okay, thanks.
Uh-huh. You're welcome. Let's see. What else do we have? All right, so I guess what we'll kind of talk about, and I want to get everybody's impressions on this, because we saw the Queen's Jubilee, which, as we kind of guessed, that's kind of what we thought it would have been when we said QJ was the... Oh, man, you're bright. You are angelic over there right now, just so you know.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, but no one sees me in the chat room right now.
Okay, so that's fine.
That's cool.
But anyway, so next Monday we'll be getting a live stream where they'll be previewing the Queen's Jubilee stuff. I want to get your guys' opinion. Do you actually watch these preview live streams? Because the very first one with the Dragon Bash was really good. They showed, everything. They showed Dragon Ball, they showed all the little things, but, I watched the one, I think it was for the Bazaar of the Four Winds. They showed, Sanctum Sprint, and then they stopped.
Yeah.
And I was like, but I want to see everything.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit more. Or they showed Aspect
preview.
Arena and South Sun Survival. I want to see other stuff. Just little snippets, just a little tease, so I know what I'm going to be getting myself into. But, I don't know, what do you guys think?
I've only seen one, and it was for the Dragon Bash, and he was going through the holographic things that you have to defeat, And then it wasn't activated, so I had to put in some code, and then I was like, okay, that's kind of boring. But I could actually attend this one. I think they still keep it on their Twitch channel, and I'll be honest, I don't watch them. So, yeah.
What about you, Claire?
I occasionally watch them, but I am much of the mind that if I just go into game with it, I'm just completely surprised altogether. So it's more like Winter's Day.
Yeah.
And I just get all these surprises.
Yeah, it's sometimes I'd like to watch them because I'm hoping maybe one time live they'll screw up and drop some information that they're not supposed to drop.
And then they edit it on the Twitch
Like-
channel. They remove it.
like that interview where Colin Johansson drops the bomb about the jungle dragon,
Uh-huh.
which I'm pretty sure was not supposed to happen, or maybe it was supposed to as like some teaser for all of us when he's like, I think the jungle dragon would be a really good dragon to show up in like the next main piece,
Mhm.
and then he just like keeps going, and everybody's like, what? The jungle dragon? So, like, I hope maybe they'll just, like, let something slip, or they'll give us, like, a hint, like, well, if you go stand over here, this'll happen, and then you beat this instantly.
Mm-hmm.
But they never do.
No. No. And even though they record it, I don't watch it. I mean, I have other things to do, and when I come online, I like to play Guild Wars 2, or, like, take care of Chronicles of Tyria stuff. So I'm not gonna, hop on Twitch channel and look at them play Guild Wars, because I know I'm gonna go through them anyways. So, and I'm not a spoiler liker anyways, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think sometimes it raises expectations too high
Yeah.
when you actually watch it, and then you get in game, and it's just like, well, this doesn't look nearly as cool with me doing it.
Yeah, that's true. Yep.
Yeah, I guess I could agree with that. I still think, and I've said it before and I'll say it again, I love being a turtle. I was just, yeah. No.
Cowabunga!
Yeah. Halloween, by far, still has me for, like, the most awe-inspiring release, because we weren't expecting it. We got the video,
Yeah.
the Mad King Thorn video, and, like, I just felt most enthralled by that event. Like, that whole release.
Mhm.
Like, really, like, shook me, and I was like, I was in it, I wanted to play everything, I wanted to be in it all the time. And, like, I felt that way with the beginning of the Living Story in January.
Mhm.
And then, like, because, and I know, and no fault of anybody, ArenaNet made their amends, and here they are doing 2-week content here. With the, it took a while to get going, but I feel like I burnt out on January through April slow-going Living Story, like, going in, hitting it hard, and doing as much as I could, and then, like, there was nothing to do. Because we had a whole month to do, like, 2 things. Like, I'm gonna go smack some signposts with a hammer in day 1. There goes Living Story for January. Well, shit.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm done now. And now it's, like, every 2 weeks, and I'm like, because I just went so into it in the beginning, but Halloween just blew me away.
Mhm.
And, I mean, there was problems with Halloween, and I wish I'd known that if I went into the Mad King's Labyrinth and the night 1 that there was a 50% drop rate on exotics, but I didn't figure that out till after they nerfed it, things like that. But I feel like they need to really, I mean, I'm sold on the Living Story. They don't need to sell me on it, but to really, like, get me, like, really interested in it again, we need something like that.
Mm.
Like, the Queen's Jubilee, I'm excited. I'm excited more for the game mechanic changes than the actual content. Like, that's what I'm looking forward to, is the champion mob updates, and we'll talk about this more in a little bit, and the account-wide currencies. That excites me more than, like, who gives a shit about Queen Jenna's coronation or whatever.
Yeah, that's right. Who gives a shit about Queen Jenna?
Oh, see, this is a biased podcast.
What? No. I'm
but,
just saying.
But you know what I mean? Like, the Zephyrite were cool. I wish there was more with Glint. But, like, I'm done. I'm good with the Zephyrite, And, like, the Keel versus Allen thing is fun, but I'm okay. Like, we can be done with that. I care more about the updates to my characters, the new stuff that's in the game mechanically, UI improvements, achievement improvements. That's what's keeping me going on these things, rather than the actual lore and the story, which is not how it should be in my mind, especially from a lore-based thing, entity. But, I don't know, what do you guys think?
They should put them together.
Yeah. Do you guys get excited for the lore piece of it, or are you more interested in, like, the updates to the game?
It depends which updates.
Well, let's go this whole year. Let's go January through July. Have you really been excited about the story at all?
No.
I was at first for Dragon Bash, but then it just kind of tapered off and wasn't exciting anymore.
Yeah.
So
No, you're right. You're absolutely right, because I remember saying, "Oh my God, Dragon Bash! What? This is gonna be amazing!" And then you go and you play, and you're like, "Okay, I think I was expecting too much.
Yet again, you see like things about it, and then you get in there, and it doesn't look as cool when you're doing it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like I wish there was a way, like you were saying, Claire, that you could combine all these cool mechanic updates and try to somehow tie it to the lore. I don't know how you could tie achievement UI updates to lore, but if you could, like the champion updates, maybe like, you know, I don't know, Zaitan is dead, and then somehow all of Zaitan's power gets dispersed, all the magic that it absorbed gets dispersed across the world, therefore improving the more challenging enemies to making them more challenging, and therefore champions are better and now give better loot. Or something stupid. Like, it could be something that stupid, and I would buy into it more, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so you're saying bring the lore into the updates.
Yeah.
Give a reason why the updates are happening.
As best you can. I mean, obviously, mechanic fixes like the cooldown on this skill decreased by 0.5 seconds and added skill fact for this. You can't do that, but something like this account-wide currency, maybe. I mean, you could come up with a reasoning why, like, there's a big wallet that's created now that every character has access to, and you could make a lore reason why that exists.
Yeah, it could have been like
if. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. That's fine.
Like if Evan had like employed the Asura.
I was just gonna say that.
Good.
But that's what I like, that kind of stuff. Like, that at least, because the stuff that we know people are going to get excited for, like the simple mechanic fixes, if you could tie that to the lore, even in something so small as that, even if it was just like a line in the patch notes that said that, then I'd at least be like, all right.
That's cool. I can deal with that.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Like one of the recent ones was about the Asura Radisum.
Yeah.
And you jump off, and they had it so that the council was cracking down on it, and then they cracked down too hard, and they went back and fixed it because once you went to the IDA incubation lab, you were in jail.
Oh.
Yep.
And they were like, oh yeah, we stopped. We're a little more lax now.
Nice.
And like that's what I mean. That was one line in the patch notes that if you care that much about it, you're gonna read that line, and then that works. So just little things like that. Will they do it? Probably not. Would it be great if they did?
Yeah. Like when they introduce new currency, like the laurels and all that. Would have been nice to have a lore type of thing to come with that too.
And they could make a lot of puns about resting on your laurels and things like that. It's set up for that. Like, you could have done that.
Yeah.
So, but, some ideas. Let's throw it out there. Maybe we'll make a post to ArenaNet. Let us know what you guys think, if this is a good idea or not. Send us an email, host@chroniclesoftyria.com. Comment down below in the description there on the YouTube channel. But let's get back to the Queen's Jubilee here, and I'll read you the little lore-ish intro we have. A celebration of 10 years of Queen Jenna's rule is about to kick off in Divinity's Reach. The Queen has commissioned a new gladiatorial arena for the occasion, the Crown Pavilion, as a shining symbol of her people's endurance. Take a hot air balloon ride with dignitaries from across Tyria to the capital of the Crichton Nation, and be there for the opening ceremony. Join in the festivities and compete in ceremonial combat in Her Majesty's honor. So we said there's a live stream, that's on August 5th, that's Monday, and then pretty much everything else hits on Tuesday. So we've got hot air balloons. Need a lift to Divinity's Reach? The Queen's Court has sent out hot air balloons to transport celebrants. Find one of these balloons out in the open world and use it to find the party in short order. In honor of her Jubilee, Queen Jenna is opening a new gladiatorial arena. Attend the dedication of the Crown Pavilion Arena and watch its inaugural contest. Ignite the beacons. Special beacons of Kryta, symbols of humanity's hope, have been set up in Divinity's Reach. Take a torch from a torchbearer, then race around a course to light all the beacons of Kryta. Enter the Crown Pavilion. Test yourself in an entirely new mini-zone featuring mighty representations of humanity's enemies. By representing various cities of Tyria, you can be named champion of a nation and gain access to unique reward vendors, which sounds pretty cool.
Is that a new title? Champion of a Nation? Champion Nation.
I don't know, but unique reward vendors based on this kind of, which sounds just like a PvE kind of content. Sounds pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
And then fight in the Queen's Gauntlet. In the special Queen's Gauntlet, you will face increasingly difficult challenges of single combat against unique bosses. Cheer on your friends or show off your skills to the world. Take a risk with the special gambit conditions to earn even more prestigious awards. That sounds good. All that content sounds good. So I'm excited for that.
Yeah, sounds alright. I'm with the Navri here in the chat room who says, I'm still waiting for a guild hall.
Yeah, well.
And we're like, oh my god, airships. We're going to have guild halls in airships. And then where's the airships? There's one giant one that you have to find crystals on. But then, I don't know. Where are they? Where is Sid? No, wait, that's Final Fantasy. Never mind.
Well, here, let me just post this in the chat, too. This is what we're reading off of, guys. So they said they're going to add this watchwork mechanisms, the latest and greatest inventions in Tyria. They are using new crafting recipes as a currency in the Crown Pavilion to buy items like new runes and sigils, Watch Knight tonics, or even the Sovereign weapon set. You might find the recipe to assemble a watchwork portal device, allowing you to create a personal portal.
Personal portal. That sounds like Edge of Destiny.
I
So
don't
does
know.
the Gauntlet.
Yeah. Actually, I'm sorry. I will be right back again.
What is going on?
All sorts of wonderful things. So you have the notes there. I just posted it there in chat.
If you don't want to do the podcast, just tell us.
No, I do. It's extenuating circumstances.
Where were you at again?
Oh, or bad dinner food.
Or bad
Too much
dinner
information. Think about it.
food? Is his wife pregnant? Maybe that's why she's puking all the time. Is Lagwyn expecting? Oh my god, let's spread drama. Everyone who is listening or in the chat room, he's not there to listen either, so he won't suspect a thing. Okay, here we go. Everyone's in the chat room or in iTunes. You have to in-game mail, in-game Lagwyn. That's Lagwyn, Lagwyn.
Way to spell.
Yeah, and in the title, just say congratulations, and then type something like, I'm so happy that you're expecting. Yes, yes. That's a super plan. If you can send him like 1 copper, who knows? Maybe he'll be rich. Okay, where was he in the okay, bonus rewards for dungeons? Was that covered? Sometimes I'm listening, but I'm not really.
I don't think it was.
Okay. No, that was not. Okay. Fighting the Queen's Gauntlet. Okay, so the new rewards. Watchwork mechanisms. Watchwork tech is the latest and greatest innovation in Tyria. Watchwork parts can be used in new crafting recipes or as currency in the Crown Pavilion. Pavilion? Is that how you say that?
Yes.
Okay. To buy items like new rune and sigil recipes, Watch Knight tonics, or the new Sovereign weapon set. Oh, I think he mentioned that. Oh well. You might even find a recipe to assemble a watchwork portable device. Oh yeah, you did. Sorry guys. I'm too excited about him expecting a baby. Okay. And then there's a mini watch night. Once you complete the Queen's Jubilee meta achievement, you receive a miniature watch night modeled after the Queen's new mechanical sentinels to follow you into battle. Wait, to follow you into battle? It's not like they're going to help you if it's a mini. Maybe they're going to cheer you on. Because we all know that minis started talking recently. New features. Want to cover that? Okay. I'll start with the first one. You continue on then. New feature is account wallet for currency. Oh my god, I wish... Oh, what? Who is that? There's someone in the channel. He disappeared. Okay. Account wallet for currency. Keep all of your currencies in one easy-to-find location. Ugh, I wish Lag was here to talk about that because... What are you doing? Go away. You're not scary. That was my husband. Yeah, because that's one of the coolest things that they implemented, well, that will be implemented in the game. Keep all of your currencies in one easy-to-find location. This wallet holds dungeon tokens, coins, karma, laurels, guild commendation, fractal relics, badges of honor, gems, and glory, and makes them accessible to any character on your account. Upon logging in with each unique character for the first time after the wallet has gone live, that character will have all of their currencies deposited into the account-wide collection. I think that's one of the most brilliant thing that they implemented in game. Because, welcome back.
Thank you. Sorry about that.
That's fine. Brahms had made a meme on our Facebook page with a guy holding a bunch of badges saying, like, where do I put all these badges of honor? But now with this new account wallet thing, yeah, problem solved.
I know I had 12 stacks.
That's
Probably
crazy.
more now.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I guess we made it to the account wallet then.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that's probably the most exciting part of this or one of the most exciting parts of this update, I would say.
Yes.
This PvP solo arena, pretty cool, I think. So 1v1 PvP matches.
That's very cool because, okay, here's the thing. I hate PvP because I'm scared of real people. Not real people in particular, but fighting real people. And my husband and I often go in PvP rooms, but in low population rooms so that I can test, builds and stuff. But now if we can make just like one-on-one thing, that's perfect because other people won't disturb us.
Yeah, and there's also going to be a separate set of leaderboards for that by itself. So that's actually really cool too. So if you don't enjoy playing, with a whole team, you can go in and you could try to be the best, like no one ever was.
I'm
just really excited for Pokemon X and Y, so it's been like I've been thinking about Pokemon all the time.
I went to Best Buy today and I saw that and I told Aaron I should start playing Pokemons. And he said, okay, which one? I said, the new one. But then I don't have a 3DS. So he's going to have to buy me one.
Yeah, so it'll be, once that game comes out, there'll be friend codes going around because I know 3/4 of our guild loves Pokemon. So.
Yeah.
But anyway, here we go. Bonus rewards for dungeons. This is one of the things they talked about in their, in the updated blog post, which is now you're going to receive 1 to 3 gold for each explorable dungeon based on length and difficulty, and 50 silver for story dungeons. So this is going to remove the guaranteed gold reward that you would normally get from bosses, and now it's replaced with these total rewards, which you get once a day for each path you do. All other drops-off bosses have not changed, and they haven't actually said if it's character-bound or account-bound, I don't believe. Because if it's character-bound, then you have a lot of characters that could run a lot of dungeons. You could make a significant amount of money this way. And it's not going to necessarily nerf COF, as a lot of people thought, but you'll get more rewarded for doing longer dungeons and harder dungeons than you will. Like if you were to do one of the Ara dungeon pass, I would imagine you would get 3 gold versus the 1 gold you'd get in COF. So that's pretty cool. There's the champion loot updates, which is huge.
Yeah.
All champions now get a bonus loot bag, and they said they contain rare crafting materials, items that award skill points, which is kind of cool. I wonder if that just is a skill point or if that's actually a level, because if it's level bait, like a level up item, like those things you get from the achievement chests or from the Black Lion chest, that would be amazing. And then we know from the blog post that champions will have their own loot table or their own unique skins as well, which again, Guild Wars 1 style or any other video game style, really. I'm going to farm this boss to get this weapon.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's a thing I can do now.
How many times did we go on a totem run or...
Ugh.
Oh my god. But that's a very good thing that they're adding in Guild Wars 2, though.
How many depths of Tyria runs did I run through trying to get that stupid bone dragon staff? Never got it. 100 I don't even know how many ectos those things went for. Ridiculous. Like hundreds of ectos, especially if it was on like a rare stat that it dropped.
Someone gave me that staff and I don't even remember who it was. And then my husband goes through my characters and he's like, "Oh my god, you have that staff?" And I'm like, "What, is it supposed to be special?" He's like, "You know nothing." I'm like, "Okay." That
was like me opening all those Zaichen, using all my Z keys. Come on, Voltaic Spear. Nope. I got a Storm Bow. That was the best I got. It was a Q13. It was awful. Yeah, I know. And I never played my Ranger anyway, so it was the worst. Good times, though.
I just get random unique weapons defeating bosses that I just happen to run into.
Yeah.
And people are like, "Oh, that dropped for you?" It's like, was this something special?
Yeah, right?
I gave it to my hero.
Yeah. Speaking of that, I'll just interject here. A new thing that was decided at our guild meeting on Sunday, for those of you that are still playing Guild Wars 1 or want to go back in and get Hall of Monuments points, every Sunday now at noon Eastern Standard Time, we're doing a Guild Wars 1 event, where all of our players are going back into Guild Wars 1 to help other people out. I know Claire's super excited. Yeah.
Yes,
so,
very.
So
I don't
which
have
Claire?
friends to play with.
Oh. Why? You have a lot of friends to play with in Guild Wars 2.
But I want them to play Guild Wars 1 with me, too.
Oh, yeah.
And
I play them both about the same amount.
And if you guys would like to be invited to the Chronicles of Tyria Guild Wars 1 guild, let one of us know. Me, Naveen, whoever, we can shoot you over an invite to that. Remember, you only can be in one guild, so if you'd rather be in Chronicles of Tyria than the current guild you're in, you have to leave your existing one to come join ours. And it's sad for a lot of people that have their own guilds, like Claire and a few others.
Yeah.
But we do have a Guild Wars 1 guild. I bought us a guild hall. I decked out the guild hall. We're in pretty good shape.
Mm-hmm.
Can we alliance with you?
We have an alliance, but I'll drop it because we never do anything with an alliance. So we
Okay.
can ally.
Oh, we can have an alliance with our Curly. Oh my god!
We had an alliance with Tari. Remember Tari?
Yeah, but I haven't heard from her.
So I'm gonna drop. It's the Ice Alliance. We'll drop it and we'll ally with Claire.
Sweet.
So what faction were you? Does it matter?
I was Krzik.
I can't remember if we're Kurzik or Luxon.
We
But
were
I mean, I can switch over.
We were Luxon.
Whatever. Let's not bring up old blood feuds here. let's keep going on. To be fair, we were Kurzik, and then I listened to some other people, and they made me change it to Luxon.
What?
This right here, this is a Kurzik heart. That's what that is, right here.
Kurzik is so dark and somber and boring, and then you got Luxon that's colorful and appealing to the eyes.
Female elementalist elite Kurzik armor beats the crap out of elite Luxon armor, which was my only decision. Really, that was my decision when I made my character choose Kurzik. I was like, that armor looks better. I'm going with Kurzik. But anyway, let's keep going on Guild Wars 2 stuff.
I'm interested into hearing lore about Kurziks and Luxon in Guild Wars 2.
Well, we got to get to Cantha first. So they're adding this new thing, which I think could be a good a way to get people into mini games maybe they haven't tried is this mini game rotation system. So there's going to be a rotation of new mini games that come out each day, and it's going to be Sanctum Sprint, which is the Zephyr one, Keg Brawl, which is the one that is already in game, South Sun Survival, the Hunger Games one, and Crab Toss, the one from Fall Last Stand at Southland that went away. Speak to the activities, NPCs, and line charge to participate in the competition of the day. But they don't tell us what the benefit of participating in it is.
Well, they're probably going to count towards daily, I'm thinking. If it's a daily switch thing. And then you have achievements from them that you can complete. Like, even though Keg Brawl has been available forever, I have 0 achievement done in there. And if it becomes a daily, maybe I'll be more inclined towards going there and play Keg Brawl. Other than that, I don't know.
I mean, maybe you'll get like a bone, when you complete like South Sun Survival and those, you get the little daily chest that pops up.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll get those for the other ones now. Like a special one for doing it that day. I don't know. But that would be cool.
Yeah.
They should add items to it.
Like
unique
specific
items.
Like a crab head. Like a Karka helmet, like a baby Karka helmet.
I want the face Karka.
The face
I want
Karka
that as a
hat.
mask.
There you go.
And now I feel stupid because Keg Brawl, people are saying Keg Brawl's already a daily. Oh.
It is, but
I haven't completed a daily in forever.
I just ignore it.
Laurels. So
Read
low in
past
number.
we've got, this is something that's actually, I'm surprised it took them this long. It's a way to kind of reduce culling, is this improved effects of like particle effects and things. So if you've ever noticed that when that elementalist drops meteor shower, everything just disappears. You can't see anybody because you've got meteors falling. You're like, there were people here, and then the meteors go away, and then all your teammates pop up, and you're like, oh.
Oh, yeah.
What's up, guys? The new plan is to limit the particle effects to allow you to better see enemies and teammates. So that's huge. So I really like that, and that should really help the PvE culling a lot, I think. And World v World, too, especially on a keep, when you've got meteor showers and crap flying all over the place.
Yeah, I've been told off before about how many particle effects I create, and it's just I can't help it. I'm just doing what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, especially on the dragons. Not that it matters because it just kind of auto attack till they die. Actually, like every dragon in the game, auto attack till they die. But you might be able to see other people auto attacking for the first time in a long time, so that would be fun, maybe. The new World v World thing, Supply Master. This actually sounds like this could be, I don't know if it'd be a game changer, but it's a pretty big one. Pick up supply faster, and courier speed when you pick up supply, and a chance to get supply back when you use it. So what I'm gathering is when you physically, the act of picking up the supply is quicker, and you have increased movement speed when holding supply, is what I'm gathering from this.
Yeah.
And then you may get some back when you use it, which that's probably the big one.
That makes no
Yeah.
sense to me. It's like, oh,
No.
I'm going to build this thing, and oh, look, it gave me a gift back.
Yeah, exactly.
No, it's like you're cutting corners. You're like, well, we don't really need to put all this effort into this battering ram. We can kind of skip the wheels on this side.
I
I
don't
could
want
use-
a world versus world with those people.
Well, I could use 5 nails on this side, but I'm just gonna use 4, so...
Exactly. So I get to keep that one piece of supply.
Yeah.
And then probably one of my favorite things is the addition of permanent finishers, where you'll be able to buy a permanent finisher for Dub v Dub or PvP, and if you buy multiples, you can cycle through them, be like, okay, I'm playing on this character, I want them to use this finisher. And actually, Naveen, if you can send it to me for a second, I can show you, there's an image that I want to put up here, if I can remember which canvas here takes me to that one. Nope, that's the wrong one. There it is.
Inception.
So if you see, oops, there we go. See that finisher?
Yeah.
With the thorns coming up out of the person? That looks pretty cool. That's one of the ones. And that's actually something we talked about when we data mined it weeks ago. So it was this thorn finisher, which looks pretty badass. And especially if you wanted to be like probably a little overzealous and go for themed finishers for your character based on how your character's designed. But I could see like a Nightmare Court type character having the theme finisher versus the falling snowman finisher. Like that wouldn't make, you know.
I
Uh-huh.
wonder if they'll start meaning like different things, like you know how we like dance over people if they were kind of being jerks and stuff in World versus World.
Mm-hmm.
That if you'll put a certain finisher on them.
That'd be cool.
There's the sound for some pretty cool looking ones, like stabbing people with a sword or summoning an assassin to stab them.
Oh, wow.
So this is what's under the tent. What everybody was wondering.
Mm-hmm.
This weird glass-looking structure, which I'm assuming is going to be the arena. Just from the looks of it, it looks kind of like an arena.
Yeah.
But it's actually has a pretty cool shape. If you look at this picture, it looks like a bird, like the serif symbol. You know, it's that big bird. Big bird.
The serif symbol. The
Yeah.
serif symbol is Dwayna's wings.
Well, I mean, these are wings on a bird.
Yeah.
So
But she's not a bird.
she could be. You don't know. You've never seen her. No one's ever seen her, except for Malcor. I don't know if he's a liar. He's crazy and in love. He could say whatever he wants.
Wouldn't that be considered bestiality?
Well, you know what? I don't. Also, look, it's Naveen. Just kidding, but kind of.
You're not funny. I can't use swords.
But to point out, this is a new weapon skin
Mm.
here. These look a lot like the Fell Blades, the ones you get from the Hall of Monuments, the two-handed greatsword.
Right.
Except these are one-handed and purple.
Mm.
So I wonder if this is that new Sovereign weapon set that they talked about that you'll be able to get. Is this a champion-specific reward? Is this one of the ones you get from competing in the... Well, actually, it looks like we're in ore in the background here, so maybe this is from defeating, like, champion abominations, which makes no sense why they would drop purple glowy swords, but I don't know, maybe.
Mm.
So, just something to look at. It's a cool-looking skin, though, and it looks like it's got particle effects.
Yeah.
So, that's cool. Yay, new skins. And here's a hot air balloon, just for fun.
Wow,
Yeah.
I've never seen a hot air balloon before.
And actually, this looks like... You see you got the stairs going up here? This looks like one of those, like, by the Great Collapse where it used to be. There's, like, those staircases going up.
Yeah.
So here's the arches and stuff. So I think that maybe they replaced them with... They're not, like, just nasty-looking wooden staircases. They're fancy now.
Mm. I wonder if we'll be able to really go into hot air balloon rides, or it's just going to be, like, from one waypoint to another, you know? I'd like to be in the hot air balloon and then go, like, and see myself go in it. But anyways.
Like Vista style.
I agree.
Yeah, sorta.
And then
Well,
we have
like you can actually like move around inside of the bucket, right?
Right,
That'd be
exactly.
But yeah, so this is some other area. Is this supposed to be Divinity's Reach? Anybody tell what that is?
It's got lava. It's got...
Yeah,
Maybe. Who knows?
I don't know, because it's weird, because it's like lava right next to forest. Maybe this is that newer
Oh, maybe.
that she was talking about, like the Queen's Arena. Maybe that's like... Oh man, again, this makes me think of Pokemon. You got the
Jexos
fire
in the
zone.
chat. Yeah. Jexos in the
grass.
chat room says it looks a bit like South Sun.
A little bit, but this lush, but there's like, see this structure? I don't know if you guys can see this. It might be too far over on the right side.
Yeah. No,
Can you see
we're
that?
far away.
Let's...
Hmm.
Oh,
Pretty sure
crap.
it's a new area.
Well, I don't know. Ignore that.
Ignored.
And I'm back.
Welcome back.
But, ooh, that is grainy. I'm sorry, guys. But, yeah, it makes me think of some sort of arena.
Yeah.
Net.
You're so funny.
But that, I think, is it for what came in this, like, little preview of a patch here.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like a lot of good stuff. I'm excited. I'm not too sure I'm going to be thrilled with the stuff involving Queen Jenna, just
Me
because
neither.
but I don't see the interest there. Like, I don't really care that it's been 10 years. You know what I mean? Like, I play almost exclusively human characters. But,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'd be more interested to learn more about the Zephyrite and Glint.
That's very
Yeah.
true. Yeah.
Or the other 3 firstborn Sylvari that we don't know about.
Yeah.
About them. There's
Well,
12, we know of 9.
maybe we'll know every year they'll add someone. But what I'm really most excited about, and it's kind of a little pathetic, with all this Queen Jubilee thing, is really the wallet, the account
Yeah.
wallet.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's why we need, like, the lore tie-in to make it,
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, Naveen, this is something we're thinking about doing, guys, just because somebody mentioned possibly doing a comedy segment on the show
Mhm.
and showcasing. So we decided we might want to do this, this episode. We probably should have done this at the beginning, but that's beside the point.
We haven't
So-
planned really in advance.
Yeah, so we decided we kind of wanted to do this week's episode of CoT Podcast is brought to you by this meme.
And it's this meme. If you stand in the red circle, you're gonna have a bad time.
So we figured just to showcase some of the memes that we've done, we're gonna bring every episode's gonna be brought to you by a Guild Wars 2 meme. If you would like to submit the memes to us via Facebook, we'll be sure that yours will come up in the rotation as well, and we'll be able to showcase yours live on the show.
Yep.
Let us know when you do it, and then we'll make sure we add you in for the next show.
Yep.
So that's going to be a plan, just to add a little something different. I like segments,
Yeah.
Random act of kindness, data miner's corner,
Yeah.
question of the week.
Maybe we'll add the jingles, because right now the only jingle we have is for the question of the week.
And I thought it would be cool if we could add that's not a card, but cover up the screen question of the week, and there's it covers up the screen, says question of the week when the jingle plays, and it comes back to us.
Mm-hmm.
That's something we're talking about, but that kind of leads into what I wanted to go with here, which is we want to talk about some of the updates. When we kind of mentioned what's going on with Kaysee, but we're working on a lot of stuff here in the think tank that is Chronicles of Tyria.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know how much we can actually say, because I'm not sure how much we actually know for a fact.
Mm-hmm.
But Naveen, did you have anything? I know we had talked a little bit. I don't know if you want to announce anything now, or we want to wait and just tease everybody, because I'm fine with either one.
I did while you were gone the first time to
Okay.
attend to whatever you were attending. Oh, was he building a crib? I don't know. What?
Oh, that would be no.
So I don't know. Anyway, so I talked a bit about that. I don't know if you had something to add.
Just to let you know, I'm working on, because I know we're trying to think of other content that's not really common in the Guild Wars 2 community. And to be honest, you can't touch guides. Dolphy's got that shit on lockdown. We're not going to break into the guide scene this late in the game. Dolphy's the winner, and I'm not even going to try. That's why I'm not going to try to really break into PvP either. I like PvP a lot now, and I enjoy it. But there's been people that have been doing PvP casts and tips and tricks forever.
Yeah.
And Wood Potatoes is breaking into that now, and he's more popular than I'll ever be, so he's got that too. So my thoughts are I might try to do reviews. We've kind of talked about this a few times. We're getting content updates every 2 weeks. People can be missing out on this content. So I feel like there's not really, people tell you how to do the content, but people don't really give you an in-depth review of what's going on.
Mm.
So I might start doing full-on reviews of the content. Like next week's Queen's Jubilee comes out, and I will go in with videos and commentary, in-game footage. Maybe if some of the people in Chronicles of Tyria want to come with me, they'll get to show up in the video too. And we'll just do full-on reviews of what's happening in the game to show everybody, here's where you go for this, here's what you go for this, an unbiased opinion. This is great, this works really well, the controls are a little clunky on this is really overpopulated, this is underpopulated, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
I might wait a week, too, on that, just to give me time to play it and everybody else time to experience so I don't spoil anything for anyone. But then that way, if you can't make it in for whatever reason for that 2 weeks to get a hold of that, you can at least see what happened. And I can also chronicle the living story in that as well, so you'll know what's going on as far as living story goes if you haven't had a chance to play it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if people would like that. It's a lot of work potentially for me, But if that's something people think they would like, let me know. Send us an email, leave it in the comments, comment on Facebook, whatever. And if that's something you guys think would be a good idea, then I'll do it. And that's something just a little bit extra from us here at CoT. Yes, Jexus in the chat says, very fitting, Lag. Chronicle. Yes. I will be chronicling Tyria. So, that's something else. There's a couple other secret projects that I can't reveal right now. But I will put this out to those of you that are fans of Chronicles of Tyria and those of you in the guild. I'm planning on holding a meeting probably next week sometime for I'm going to call it the creative minds of Guild Wars and Chronicles of Tyria. I want to try to get everybody together in one meeting to just discuss ideas and see if we can't come up with some other ideas for the Guild Wars 2 community, for Chronicles of Tyria, ideas for the podcast, for the website, for music, art, whatever, and just see what we can't come up with and help other people that aren't really maybe parts of Chronicles of Tyria get some of their stuff out. But I figure if we get a whole bunch of creative people together in one room or one raid call chat, it's either going to turn into a giant disaster because everybody's talking over each other, or something really great's going to come out of it. So I don't know if that's going to happen, but that's a theory I have. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah. Just something I'm going to throw out there.
Yep. Sounds good. I like the some people are saying Tully in the chat room says Angry Joe show style. Like you give a rating show. Like, this update is about I give 5 out of 5 stars. And then the other one's like, no, 0.
Yeah, well that's, like I've been watching a lot of other podcasts for just a lot of other video games in general, not just Guild Wars, to get ideas and pull things from them. And that's where I came up with some segments and some questions of the week things and stuff like that. So I want to try to pull all the best things from everywhere else that I found and kind of bring them all here to provide you guys with a better, more high-quality show. And, along with our silly little segments that we do.
We do silly segments?
We don't.
You guys are always silly.
I mean...
The show's a segment.
I mean, this is pretty silly. I mean, come on.
Are you using it today? No, you're not.
No, I'm not.
No
not
mining
today.
hat.
I just had to make it because people say they come for the mining hat, so I had to at least show it.
Yeah.
Yes.
I
was going to be upset if you didn't, honestly.
I know our fans. There was also talk about, I don't know why this came up or who brought this up, but a while ago, people were talking about doing an I Love 90s week of Chronicles of Tyria, or month. I don't know why, but where we do all of the shows in the style of something famous from the 90s. Like, there was one where people said, Mr. Lagwyn's neighborhood, and I would dress up in a sweater vest and songs and be like Mr. Rogers. What other ideas did they have? There was a Fresh Prince idea.
Oh my god, do a Fresh Prince intro.
Yeah.
Do.
There were some really good ones. I have screenshots of all the ideas. It's a beautiful day. Yeah, someone wrote out pretty much. Oh, Pee-wee's Playhouse.
Oh my god.
We'll have a secret word we'll announce at the beginning of the show. And when you guys hear the secret word, you gotta scream real loud.
Oh my god.
Like, these are just stupid ideas that people came up with, which I think would be funny for, maybe in April. We'll do, an April Fool's, silly show month and do things like that. It has nothing to do with this show, but it just, I don't know. It just, people thought it was funny, so.
Yeah, agreed.
Random
for us, your ideas. Hosts, Pearl, at chroniclesofttyria.com.
Yes, and I think I also talked about adding the He-Man ending from He-Man. On this week's show, we learned that whatever, and then until next time, something like that. Or we can go Captain Planet. The power is yours.
Oh my gosh.
Legend of the Hidden Temple. The choice is yours and yours alone.
Yes.
Good time. I don't know what this has to do with Guild Wars at all, but it sounds like fun, and I'm down.
That's cool.
No, You're just checking. Maybe we'll do one episode where we do Power Rangers and Naveen will be a big head in a tube. She'll be Zordon.
Hey, why do I have to be the bad guy?
Zordon, the good guy, the leader of the Power Rangers. The blue head in a tube gives them all their powers.
Oh, him.
Oh, you sound even more disappointed.
I wanted to be the pink Power Ranger, but no, I have to be a dude.
Well, I mean, you're kind of like, you have that...
Shut up.
Power Ranger...
Yeah. And then I need an explosion behind me.
Yeah.
Then I'd be like, cool guys don't look at explosions. Anyways.
Yeah, this has
Is that
gotten...
a Guild Wars 2
where did this
podcast?
go?
But anyway, we do have a lot of good stuff coming out, soon. If you guys have ideas, please send them to us so we can, try to figure something out and try to get other people involved. We want to try to come up with something new that maybe you haven't seen before from the Guild Wars community, if there is such a thing that hasn't been done, which it's pretty all-inclusive at this point, but you never know. So, yeah.
And if you want to be on the show and you have a website or anything going on in the Guild Wars 2 community, send us an email and we'll have you on the show.
Yep.
It's easy as that. Unless
Yeah.
it really sucks.
Yeah, then we won't do it.
No.
I mean, we have some standards, so, yeah. But we are looking, at least for the time being, having guest hosts and stuff for a third host for the live show, so let us know, and we can have you on, do interviews with you and stuff like that. We didn't interview Claire because we did that already, and we've had her on several times. She's almost like a regular guest host now.
Yep.
So
Proud of it.
that's right. One of the few that we didn't totally destroy her project like we did everybody else's that came on the show.
I do remember that.
Yes, everybody
We
else.
invite Bridger, podcast canceled. We invite Tyria After Dark, they leave the podcast. What? And then Crackbone from Guild Wars 2 Williver's World. No more website. Temper. No more
workshop.
Oh my god, no more workshop! What is going on? Okay, so if you're scared, we have living proof here that Ella Carolina is still going on with Project Tyria, so it's not a jinx. It's not a curse.
And Valiant still has Guild Mag going on, so...
Oh yeah, that's very true.
That's two. 2 for 6. Yeah.
Okay. Anyways.
Alright. So, I guess we should probably end this, because it got silly fast.
Yeah, let's wrap it up.
Alright, so,
That's what
thanks.
you said.
Thank you, everyone, for coming out for Chronicles of Tyria, episode number 56. I'm Lagwyn.
I'm Alu.
And I'm Naveen. Ow!
We'll see you next time.
I hurt myself.
Oh, we probably should have done a question. But I don't have one ready.
Oh, we don't have questions of the week?
I didn't have one.
Pause! We forgot the question of the week. What's going on? Wait,
They're just...
let's
Do you
have a... Do we have a question? Let's
I-
think about something real quick.
Okay.
Here's your question of the week. Question of the week. What do you think Chronicles of Tyria should come up with next?
I feel like we've asked this one a lot.
We have? Okay, question of the week. Go Lagwyn.
Oh, now it's to me. Oh. Wow.
Here's your question of the week. What kind of armor sets would we like to see? Didn't we ask that? No, that was for weapons. Right?
Yeah, it was legendary weapon updates. Claire, you gotta have a question in there.
I can, actually.
Oh,
Alright, let's hear
okay,
it.
wait. Here's your question of the week.
what if we asked if you could combine the lore with a game mechanic that was added recently?
Yeah.
What would it be?
There you go.
Perfect. There you go.
So if you-
Question of the week. Excellent. So, before we totally end this show again, I would like to say, on this week's episode, we learned that you should prepare your questions of the week in advance. But sometimes, when you have very excellent guest hosts, they'll take care of that for you. Until next time.
the more you know. Oh. Wait, we don't repeat the question?
We could, I mean, if you want.
No, okay. Outro. Everyone understood the question, right? Yeah, they did. Cue out. Oh, Alicardanina, you got a solo with me.
You gotta play like Rangers. We don't know that.
Oh yeah.